spirit for the Lord, I can't turn down. Talking too much, bruh, it's time for you to learn now.
So what they hearing, get offended, get up.
All the things, the lives that we live in, we're just batteries to charge up America. That's what we are. We're charging up America day by day by working day-to-day jobs and not seeking how to get out of captivity, how to get out of America. We okay with it. We just live out of it. And that's what we're trying to show our people. We're trying to show our people that God is cursing us for breaking his commandments, and how the hell do we get out of here? Because this is hell. What we living in today, this is hell. But we trying to give our people heaven. We try to show our people and give them the guidance to heaven. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 1. How do we get out of here? It's very simple. What's your name again, bro? Devontae. And then what's your name, sis? Stephanie. Have y'all been to the Christian church or the Catholic church? Y'all go to church? You don't go to church? What about you? You do? Yelling and screaming, right? You say, does that sound like your church, sis? Do y'all be screaming and clapping your hands when you go to church? Y'all be doing that, right? Okay, now I'm gonna ask you, right? Have you ever heard this in the church? Read that.
Deuteronomy 28 verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
God said if you hearken, meaning listen diligently unto his voice, read.
To observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day.
Do the churches teach y'all to keep the commandments? Do y'all go to church and learn about doing God's commandments? You do? Okay. He says no. You said yeah, right? Okay, we're going to see. Read.
My opinion on church is everybody's listening to one man.
Okay.
That one man.
It's important. We're not just saying this for no reason. Continue reading.
That the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
So God said he was going to set our nation on high above all nations if we actually learn the commandments. Like you said your church was teaching you, right? You said your church was teaching you the commandments. You know what I want, right? God said if we actually did the commandments, we'd be set on high. So if your church was teaching you the commandments, why do we still live in the barrios? Why are still people getting shot down in the streets? Why do you see our people oppressed trying to come into America because of the things that happen over in Mexico? If the churches were actually teaching the commandments, why are we not set on high then? They got you thinking. Are the churches really teaching us the commandments? Like you were saying, right? What were you saying? Because I think you were making a good point.
Everybody gets one person to the pastor. The pastor says.
Okay.
The pastor is reading something and not explaining it. And what they do is they use other people's examples and other people's problems, instead of actually showing out what needs to be said. Everybody goes off that one thing. All praise me, when you read the Bible, it's good for all of us to have our own understanding. Because for all of us to put our opinion into it. So what we all say about it. We all have different minds. Right? We all have a soul, but we all have different minds. So how we all take things in is different. Okay, some people take things literally, some people take things as metaphorically speaking. In my eyes, God metaphorically speaks a lot. Okay.
So you think God in the Bible?
A lot of things in there, a lot of things in the Bible, it is about us. But how like the Bible says, like I understand that. I love to know about my people, and I want to know more about myself. So I don't disagree with anything you guys are saying. Period. I love it all.
Okay, all right. Listen to this while you leave. I got you, bro. I'm gonna show you something. I want you to listen to this too. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5, right? I'm gonna show you first. Do you think this is what this is? Do you think this is metaphorical, or this is talking about straight up what it's actually saying? Right? Read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
That's kind of plain, right? That's plain. That's plain. Now read that again. We're going to get the understanding of what that means. Read that.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
I got you.
They're not teaching that in church.
Exactly. Hold on. My sister right here, right? Hold on, sister, right? What is something that men wear that belongs to the woman? Huh? Okay, what do you think? What do you think? Help her out. What is something that belongs to the woman that men shouldn't be wearing?
Bras.
Purse, heels, wigs,
All that shit.
all that stuff right there. Dresses, what about dresses? Dresses, right? So if you seen a man, right? If you seen a man in a dress and high heels and whatnot, are you gonna look at him like that's a godly person right there? They believe, they love God. A man walking in high heels and a mini skirt, you're gonna say, oh, that's a man of God. Are you gonna say that? You're not gonna say that, right? Okay, read that from the top.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Now what belongs to a man that a woman shouldn't be wearing? You don't know, would you? Take a guess, sis. What do you think belongs to a man that woman shouldn't be wearing? I saw you look for me to say the word, since you didn't want to say it though.
I want to say do-rags, but then again,
No, do-rags is alright, but pants. Look all around, sis. Look all these Catholics, these Christians right here. You said that the church, right? You said the churches teach you the commandments, right? You just heard a commandment of God, right? God said that women aren't allowed to wear what men wear, which is pants. Women are not allowed to wear pants, right? How many people do you see in the church, females that wear pants going to church, sis? Most of them, right? But what did God say? Are you all allowed to do that? No. So then guess what? Why is your pastor not teaching you that?
Bring it out. Let them know.
Because you want to be loved by God, right? You want God to love you, right? Let's see what God says about the women and the men that cross-dress. Read that.
For all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God.
Going into his point, that God doesn't just forgive everything, right? There's certain things that God doesn't forgive, right? One of the things, right, if you don't repent out of that, sis, out of cross-dressing, God's going to see you as abominable.
Right.
You know that? That's the opposite of love.
Right.
You want to be loved by God, your creator, right? So you got to get out of them pants, sis.
Right.
God said you're an abomination to him by you wearing pants. And that goes for your whole church, sis. What is God going to do to the things that he finds abominable? You know what he's going to do to things that he finds abominable? You got that, Revelation 21 and verse 8? There you go, read that.
This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 8. And it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice.
That's when Christ comes back. So the day that Christ comes back, you heard about Christ coming back, right? So let's going to see what Christ is going to do when he comes back and sees you in pants, right? If he sees you in pants, read that.
That I will punish the princes and the king's children.
He's going to punish some people. Not everybody's going to be forgiven. A lot of people are going to die when Christ comes back because they don't apply what God says to do, right? Read.
And all such as are clothed with strange apparel.
All that are clothed in strange apparel. All people that are wearing things that don't pertain to them, right, sis? So Christ said, when the Bible says when Christ comes back, what is he going to do when he finds you wearing pants? He gonna punish. Right. You see what's happening in the Christian churches, sis? The Christian churches aren't teaching you how to love God, how to get loved by God. They're leading you into a path of destruction to get punished when Christ comes back. Give me Revelation chapter 21 and verse 8. Christ is gonna punish you if he finds you in pants, sis. Right. Just like Christ is gonna punish, God's gonna punish anybody that's breaking these commandments and has not repented of the 12 tribes of Israel. God's gonna come back and punish him. Right. Now, I know what you were saying, Ryan. I'm gonna get you something too about the people that did this to did all this evil to us, that put us in slavery. They're not getting forgiveness for that. That's what was taught. That's what's taught in Christianity. They're not gonna get forgiveness for that, right? People that go against God, there is a punishment for it. Right. God is not okay with us just doing what we want to do. But that's what we're taught in America, and that's emphasized even more when we go into the church. They confirm that in the church, saying that God loves everybody. But God has restriction and restraints for how we're supposed to move. Read that.
Revelation 21 verse 8. But the fearful and unbelieving and the abominable and murderers.
So he's listing some things, right? Because God said that cross-dressers, right? Cross-dressers are an abomination unto God, correct? We just read that in the scriptures, right? Cross-dressing is the abomination to God. Read that again.
But the fearful and unbelieving and the abominable.
You hear that, sis? The fearful, the unbelieving, the abominable. Read.
And murderers, and whoremongers, and sorcerers, and idolaters, and all liars.
So all these people, what are going to happen to all these people with these characteristics, right?
shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire.
That's talking about hell fire, sis. So guess what? That's how serious God takes his commandments. Even things that we consider small. God said that he's going to burn all these people, those people who cross-dress, who lie, every single last one of them, in fire. You're going to go to hell, straight to hell, sis. Right. You're going to be punished for doing what God says not to do, or anything that's pertaining to man. Right. Is that worth it? Is the pants worth it, sis? Is that worth it? It's not worth it, right? So what do you think you should do to get it back on God's good side, sis?
Bring it up.
What do you got to do? Stop wearing pants and wear what? Dresses, sis.
Yes,
now, is that a hard thing to do? But that's all that God is asking for us. That's all that we're teaching right here. We're teaching our nationality and how to get ourselves right with God, so he doesn't continue to allow these things to happen to our people. Right. That's all God is asking for us to do. Right. The Christian churches, they don't make it that simple. They don't teach us that. And that's why we come out here to let our people, to inform our sisters and our brothers who go to the Christian churches and learn these lies. We're trying to save our people's souls. That's what we're out here. We're trying to help our people. Our people are being lied to, and you guys are being led astray. But we're trying to bring y'all back to the fold so y'all can get out of this hellhole that we're living through. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 14. Because when you do that, sis, right? When you actually start applying God's commandments, guess what he promises you? He's going to promise you the opposite of hell. Read that.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 22.
Revelation 22 and verse 5. He's gonna provide you the opposite of hell. Read that.
Revelation chapter 22 verse 5. 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments.
Because it's a commandment for a sister to dress modestly.
That's right.
To not show your figure. To not cross-dress. That is a commandment of God. Same thing for men. Men are not supposed to be wearing dresses. Alright? They ain't supposed to be doing that. So all the Medea movies and all those things we think is funny, that's actually an abomination unto God. God hates that. Read.
That they may have right to the tree of life.
You know what that tree of life is talking about? That's talking about living forever.
Right.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.